of El Paso, where the oak trees guard the lost. I met her under starry skies, where now only shadows toss. By the old wooden porch we danced, soft shoes on creaking wood. Her laughter mingled with the wind, swore it'd stay for good. But the starry night forgot us as the world spun its sad tales. Those stars we watched together, now just empty, dusty trails. The wind whispers her name through the canyon's lonely shot, beneath the heaven's vast expanse. The starry night forgot. Years threaded silver through my hair. The cabin stands alone. Gravel roads where the marks we made turn now to silent stone. The scarf she left behind hangs on a rusty nail. Still faintly smells of rain, like tears from the skies when the heavens shared our pain. The starry night forgot us as the world spun its sad tales. Those stars we watched together, now just empty, dusty trails. The wind whispers her name through the canyon's lonely shot, beneath the heaven's vast expanse. The starry night forgot. Oh, how the prairie grass whispers secrets when we roam. Now every whisper's a reminder of how I wander alone. Maybe the land remembers, though the stars refuse to tell, of the nights we stitched our dreams before the darkness fell. So I'll sing to the starry night that forgot, to the dreams that we once knew, to the echoes of her footsteps fading into the morning dew. The wind whispers her name through the canyon's lonely shot, in the heart of forgotten trails, where even stars dare not. And as the sunset bleeds its last over lands where she once stood, I saddle up my sorrows right through this lonesome wood, where the starry night forgot and all but one heart moved on. Underneath these endless skies, I reckon life just draws its dawn. In the shadow of the oak tree, where the wild blue bonnets lay, we carved our names inside the bark and dreamed our lives away. Her laughter mixed with the prairie wind, a song so sweet and sprung, where the creek bends by Johnson's farm. Her smile died young. Her smile died young on the dusty trail, where promises hang on the wind. I ride through ghost towns under lonesome moons, where her laughter's never been. Each sunset bleeds into crimson fears of what I've lost and what I've won. Beneath the fading stars I sleep, her smile died young. Now the oak has grown all twisted, the creeks run dry and old, and I'm a drifter on these gravel roads in the silence, bitter and cold. The scarf she left still smells like rain, a memory on my tongue. The porch swings empty by Miller's Gate, where a smile died young. Her smile died young on the dusty trail, where promises hang on the wind. I ride through ghost towns under lonesome moons, where laughter's never been. Each sunset bleeds into crimson fears of what I've lost and what I've won. Beneath the fading stars I sleep, where a smile died young. So I'll settle up as the dawn breaks gray, my heart's as heavy as lead, searching for a sign in the empty sky, or a path where feet might have led. But only the wind replies in echoes of the songs we once had sung. In the silence of these wild lands, her smile died young. Her smile died young on that cursed trail, and I'm haunted by the sunrise. Every morning holds her whisper, every night her goodbye. This saddle's aged with my regrets, my tale's forever unsung. I'm just a shadow riding blindly where a smile died young. Yes, I'm the echo of a love not meant, where a smile died young. Down by the willow where the creek used to sigh, I carved our names under that 4th of July sky. The oak trees whisper secrets in the breath of the wind, promises made just to break and not to mend. Oh, the creek fell apart just like the dreams we knew. The water stopped running where the wildflowers grew. In the dust of the trail where our footsteps disappear, I listen for you, but it's my own echo I hear. The old porch swing hangs lonesome and untold, rusted chains and memories too painful to hold. Your scarf still dances on the breeze of the dawn, in a town too quiet since the day you were gone. Yes, the creek fell apart just like the dreams we knew. The water stopped running where the wildflowers grew. In the dust of the trail where our footsteps disappear, I listen for you, but it's my own echo I hear. Somewhere past the sunset on roads that twist and bend, I ride with your shadow as my only faithful friend. Every empty cabin, every silent starlit part holds the ghost of the whispers from your vanishing heart. So the creek fell apart under skies wide and stark, and I wander these valleys with you in the dark. Letting go is the way the old stories all end. I'm lost in the chapters that I cannot amend. As the sun whispers goodbye in hues of deep maroon, I know part of my soul will always be entwined with the moon.
Down by
Sycamore Creek, where the waters whisper low. I found her wildflower scarf beneath the sunset's amber glow. We carved our names in the oak, where the soft winds dared to roam. In that hallowed hidden grove, where I once called her my own. But the creek waits like it knows my sins, underneath that fading sky, where her memory begins. In the oak tree, with our names worn thin, holds the tales of yesteryears and the love I couldn't win. Time has worn the wooden porch, where we danced in gentle rain. Now the cabin's empty halls play a silent, sorrowed strain. The gravel road that led her back to a life beyond the ridge turned our summer's golden tracks into winter's lonely bridge. Yes, the creek waits with its mournful hymn, echoing through whispering leaves, where our world was bright and now dim. And that oak tree, standing stark and grim, marks the dreams we left behind on the rim of time's own. I wander through these ghostly trails with her laughter in my ears, a specter in the twilight haze, adrift in my own fears. Each sunset spills the same old hues, the reds and pinks of loss, as I reckon with the truth, all love comes with its cost. So the creek waits, and I'm standing still, with the shadows growing long and the night air crisp and chill. Yes, the creek knows, it always will. That part of me stayed behind in the heart I can refill. And as the stars light up the hill, I whisper to the wind, guess some hearts are meant to spill.
Underneath the whispering pines, where the moonlight used to lay, I found an old oak shadow that looked like yours in a wistful way. We carved our names young and bold on that rugged bark so fine. Now I trace those faded letters where your hand once slipped into mine. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road where my boots tread alone. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze, now just a wind-blown moan. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star a tale untold. Moonlight whispers, darling, bring memories I can't hold. The porch still creaks like it did when we'd swing into the night, but now it groans under the weight of a lonesome fading light. That old cabin by the creek stands empty, walls turn cold, where once the warmth of your smile turned silver threads into gold. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road where my boots tread along. Echoes of your laughter in the breeze, not just a wind-blown moan. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star a tale untold. Moonlight whispers, darling, bring memories I can't trail of dust, a silent cry, a heartache vast and wide. In the hush of rain, in the rustle of leaves, I hear a soft goodbye. A whisper in the moonlight under the endless aching sky. Moonlight whispers on a gravel road, my steps echo your name. Lost in the winds of time, love's a dying flame. Every sunset dips in sorrow, each star a tale retold. Moonlight whispers, darling, in dreams where I still hold you close, neath the ever watchful eyes of the moonlit whispering skies.
Out past where the river bends, neath the shadow of the oak, lies a field of dandelions where the softest whisper spoke. I met you beneath that summer sun, skies of endless blue. We danced through golden hours where our wild dreams flew. In the dandelion field, the world stood still. Your scarf caught the breeze, sweet moments to seize. But the sun sank low, as did the thrill. Now I roam alone with the whispering trees. Years have worn the leather of my saddled roving heart. Gravel roads and empty cabins from your memory can't part. Once where laughter echoed, now the porch lies bare. Dust dances on the wind, just ghosts of you there. In the dandelion field, the world stood still. Your scarf caught the breeze, sweet moments to seize. But the sun sank low, as did the thrill. Now I roam alone with the whispering trees. Oh, how the trails have faded, like the tears and rain, riding towards horizons where sorrow and beauty remain. In every setting sun and in every breaking dawn, the echoes of your footsteps are the path that I'm drawn. So in the dandelion field, I'll find peace somehow, forging through forgotten trails till the land takes its bow. I'll hold the echo of your laughter in the silence of my will. For in the dandelion field, the world stands still. In the dandelion field. By the creek where we met, I found your old boots, unfaded, soaked and set. Whispers of dust on the leather worn thin, each crack a story, each stain a sin. We walk wild lands under skies so vast, in a quiet town where our love was cast. Oh, boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind, calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam to the days of Boots Burns. Now the cabin's empty, the fire's just ash and smoke. Where once we lay, now it's just shadows that I coax. The gravel roads whisper with the tales of your scar, drifting away like a melody on a lone guitar. The porch still creaks, missing the weight of your gaze, as I search the horizon, lost in a dusty haze. Oh, Boots burns, you're the echo of her steps in the rain, the soft sigh of the wind, calling her name. Every sunset bleeds like the heartache I've earned. With each mile I roam back to the days of Boots Burns. Under the infinite prairie sky, I confess, in the rustle of the leaves I hear your dress. I'm a ghost in these boots, wandering worn, chasing shadows from a love long torn. Every sunset a reminder of the love I spurned. In the dust I'll keep walking through the days of Boots Burns. Yes, in the dust I'll keep walking, haunted by Boots Burns. In the chill of dawn, where the oak tree shadows lay, my boots tread silent on the frost beneath the sky so gray. The cold morning stood still by the creek that used to sing, with her scarf tied to the branch, whispering winds of spring. Oh, cold morning, you frozen time in this hollow heart, where we used to roam wild, now worlds apart. The echoes of your laughter drift with the dust in the sunset's glow, where love turned to rust. The cabin now empty, where once love's fire burned bright, only cinders remain under the pale moonlight. Those gravel roads we wandered, faded trails long untrod, each step away from you, a silent prayer to God. Oh, cold morning, you frozen time in this hollow heart, where we used to roam wild, now worlds apart. The echoes of your laughter drift with the dust in the sunset's glow, where love turned to rust. I've worn this old saddle, seen many a town, but your memory's the anchor that forever weighs me down. Underneath the vast sky, I am but a whisper, clutching at the breeze, the shadow of your whisper. Oh, cold morning, your ghost in the wind I chase, a heart bound to the past, a soul lost in its trace. With each setting sun, as the cold shadows fall, I'm a man of many trails, but for you, I'd forsake them all.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rivers bend, lies a memory of her, where the earth and sky blend. Sunset wrapped her in a shawl, all tattered and red, on that old wooden porch, where our dreams were softly said. Oh, the wind closed her eyes with a whisper soft and sweet, and the trails we once walked now bear no trace of our feet. My heart rides these empty plains under cloudless grieving sky, for in the whisper of the trees the wind closed her eyes. There's an old cabin standing, worn by time and by rain. Its door creaks like the saddles that we rode through the pain. Gravel roads keep on winding through fields of dry golden grain, but her laughter's just an echo from the storms that never wane. Oh, the wind closed her eyes with a whisper soft and sweet, and the trails we once walked now bear no trace of our feet. My heart rides these empty plains under cloudless grieving skies, for in the whisper of the trees the wind closed her eyes. Now I wander through the silence of paths we used to roam, each step a heavy verse in this earthbound tone, lost in the symphony of a lonesome fading day. My soul finds solace as the skies turn to gray. Yes, the wind closed her eyes, and the world just passed us by. In the dust of the trail, under that wide open sky, still I roam these quiet towns where our love was once a prize. Forever haunted, forever bound, where the wind closed her eyes. So I sing to the mountains and to the stars above about a whisper in the pines and the woman I still love. Every sunset takes a breath, and every nightfall replies to the tale of a cowboy where the wind closed her eyes.
Underneath the twisted oaks, by the bend where the creek fades, I found your scarf, a whisper light caught on a bramble's jagged blade. The sun was a low, mournful red, painting sorrows in shades so deep. In that silent glade where once we laid, now just shadows that weep. As the creek fades to do those days, caught in the currents of old, the laughter we shared now echoes bare 'neath the trees so stark and cold. And I wander on through dusk to dawn with your memory, my silent guide, like a ghost on the wind where the creek bends, where our love did once abide. The cabin's empty, the porch swings long, the gravel road long untrod. Your laughter's gone with the fading dawn, the fields now quietly sigh. Where once rang our steps through corridors of green, now only the call of a distant owl in the night serene. As the creek fades to do those days, caught in the currents of old, the laughter we shared now echoes bare 'neath the trees so stark and cold. And I wander on through dusk to dawn with your memory, my silent guide, like a ghost on the wind where the creek bends, where our love did once abide. Oh, the saddle sits dusty, the reins hang loose, the echoes of our past tight as the news. But in my dreams I ride the trails where you ride beside, through storm, through wind, where the creek fades, on that endless ride. As the creek fades like the last light of day, my heart knows no reprieve. Your song sung once in a world gone hush 'neath the stars that gently grieve. So I'll wander on, a shadow at dawn 'neath skies vast and wide, forever by the bend where the creek ends, where our love will always reside. In the silence, the creek whispers tales as the oak leaves gently wave. A cowboy sings into the wind, his heart the land will sing. Down by the river, under the whispering oak, you wore a silk scarf the day the old words were spoke. Your laughter mingled with the rustling leaves. We carved our names, a promise 'neath the eaves. But the river, it rambles much like my heart. From that hallowed ground, we drifted apart. Oh, the river waits for no man's sorrow, rolls on like there's no tomorrow. Yet in its song I find my regrets, a love lost in its currents I can't forget. Now the porch swings empty, the dust settles slow, where once the sunset painted your glow. The cabin stands quiet on a road seldom crossed, the trail to your heart now overgrown, lost. Left my saddle by the door, worn and spare, like the soul within me weathered and bare. Yes, the river waits for no man's sorrow, rolls on like there's no tomorrow. Yet in its song I find my regret, a love lost in its currents I can't forget. I see you in the whisper winds, in the eagle's flight, on gravel roads at the fall of night. Is this the place where old ghosts dance, where I turn my back on one last chance? For the river waits, and I must too. In its lonely hymn, I'm still with you. Where waters flow, my heart remains bound forever in its refrain. The river waits and it knows my fate, and every sunset you whisper wait. This cowboy sings into the wind, love's echo lost where the river bends.
In the shadow of the mesa, where the wild sagebrush grows, stands the shell of an old house where my bittersweet wind blows. Its timbers cracked by time like lines upon my face. A whisper tells of scarlet scarves and soft tender grace. A oak tree by the porch, now withered, gnarled and gray. Underneath its boughs our dreams first saw the light of day. Oh, the old house died young, with our love locked inside. Windows boarded up where our laughter used to hide. Now the evening shadows weep as the stars refuse to shine. In the old house that died young, on the hill that ceased to pine. There's a saddle worn and dusty, hasn't seen a horse in years, and the path up to the doorway's choked with thorns instead of cheers. Gravel road that led to town, now reclaimed by the earth, like the trails we traced in youth, not knowing their full worth. Rain taps on the rooftop like the rhythm of your shoes, dancing on the wooden floors to the tune we'd never choose. Yes, the old house died young, with our dreams still in its halls, silent as the echo of our steps within these walls. Every creaking floorboard moans beneath the weight of time. In the old house that died young, where your hand slipped out of mine. Now I wander lands unending under skies that know my plight, a lone rider tracing sunsets haunted by the coming night. With every step away your memory pulls like the moon, guiding me back to a porch where we once kissed in June. Oh, the old house died young, but my heart lives there still, on that weathered old porch and in the chill of twilight's thrill, as the stars dare to glimmer on this lonesome ghostly plume. I'm the keeper of the echoes in the old house that died young. Let the wind sing through the oak, let the dust cover the door, for a cowboy rides alone, not homebound anymore. Yet in every whispering breeze and in every shift of sand is the old house that died young, and a love that still stands. Found your boots still by the door, the ones you wore in '94. Your coat still hangs where you'd let it rest. That scent of pine still on your vest. But what I touched with shaking hand was that old scarf I knit by land, the red one with the frayed up ends you wore through blizzards, storms, and bends. The scarf still smells like you, like hay and smoke and morning dew. I held it close, I breathed it in, and let my tears fall from my chin. You may be gone, but that thread's true, still wrapped in love. The scarf still smells like you. You said it scratched, you said it itched, but wore it still through every ditch. I saw it once near Canyon Cold, wrapped around your neck, fighting the bolt. Now it's folded on our chair, the one you fixed when legs gave scare. And every time I pass that seat, I swear I hear your boots repeat. The scarf still smells like you, like coffee mugs and campfires. I press it soft against my chest to hush this ache that will not rest. No need for gold, no grand ado, you left me warm. The scarf still smells like you. They asked if I'd let your things go, but I said no, 'cause some threads hold more than wool can show. The scarf still smells like you, like laughter caught in sunset's blue. I'll keep it close till my time's due, then bring it with me straight to you. No grave too far, no stars too few. I'll find you where the skies turn new, and bring the scarf that still smells like you. In the shadow of the oak where our initials carved to stay, the wind still whispers softly through the leaves about that day. An old porch creaks, a screen door slams under skies forever gray. My love for you was written, but life had other tales to say. Oh, this letter lingers in my coat, the ink's begun to fade, like the echo of hoofbeats down old forgotten trails we made. Every word a scar upon my heart, every memory a blade. In the silence neath the stars I find the bed where I've been laid. The cabin's empty on the hill, your scarf tied on the frame. Dust dances with the shadows, recalls a whisper of your name. The rain that once we danced beneath now falls just like a claim on a heart that wanders lost through quiet towns that look the same. Oh, this letter lingers in my coat, the ink's begun to fade, like the echo of hoofbeats down old forgotten trails we made. Every word a scar upon my heart, every memory a blade. In the silence 'neath the stars, I find the bed where I've been laid. With every sunset bleeding red, I feel you close again. I ride the line of light and dark where love and loss contend. An old saddle's my companion, where my dreams and demons blend. On gravel roads that lead me to beginnings without end. So this letter lingers in my coat, near a heart that won't persuade. The fading lines of love lost like tracks too shallow in the glade. Though I'm bound to roam forever in your memory, I'll wait till the dust and wind claim me too in the lands where we once lay. In the lands where we once lay, where the letter lingers still. In the shadow of the oak, where the wildflowers hide, I first saw her smile by the riverside. Golden laughter in the air, scarf dancing with grace. Every memory of her is tied to this place. Sun setting low, painted sky so bold. In her eyes, a story of old. The rain waits on the old porch swing, stirs the dust where we used to sing. Every drop's like a tear from the skies, echo in my heart's silent cries. This wandering soul beneath wide brims keeps riding on while the light dims. Years have turned, the cabins lay empty and still. Gravel roads forgotten, grass growing at its will. Where laughter once lived, now only winds reply. Echoes of what was beneath the endless sky. Her scarf found a home on a cold saddle horn, left me with the echoes of a love worn. The rain waits on the old porch swing, stirs the dust where we used to sing. Each drop's a fragment of past delights, fading trails in the failing lights. This wandering soul beneath wide brims keeps riding on while the light dims. Underneath the vastness where the quiet lands speak, I find her whispers in the creek. Though I roam forever, part of me stays entwined with her in the yesterdays. The rain still waits, it knows my name. On the old porch swing, nothing's the same. Time may pass, but my heart finds in every sunset her ties that bind. This lonesome road, these wild domains, I ride alone, but the rain waits. Out by the ridge where the old oak stood, your Your laughter echoed, felt so good, wild as the wind in the open plains, where we danced under storms, no rains. In that cabin where the door still creaks, I trace the echo of your retreat. Silent whispers in the dust, your scarf still holds the scent of our shared path. Rain tied down in the lines of my face, each drop of memory, a silent trace. In this heart, the wild storms you calm, now just ghost towns, love long gone. Gravel roads where our steps once fell, now just stories that the night winds tell. That old porch swinging's quiet and warm, a testament to vows now torn. The sunset bleeds like the tears we knew. When I held you close, swore we'd see it through. The trails we walk now overgrown, an empty saddle I ride alone. Rain tied down in the lines of my face, each drop of memory, a silent trace. In this heart, the wild storms you calm, now just ghost town, love long gone. So I whisper to the stars above, questions of fate, the cost of love. Do the rivers hold the reasons wide underneath this expansive, aching sky? Rain tied down, but my soul won't abide. In every storm, it's your face I find. With every dawn, I lose you anew, a lonesome cowboy bound to the blue. In the rain, your echo I chase, a memory of time, a forgotten place. Though I wander forever, I'm bound to the love we lost, and the rain tied down. In the hush of the canyon, under a blood-red sky, an oak tree stands silent where we used to lie. The breeze carries dust off a trail once worn by two young shadows in the gold of morn. A scarf you left still dances with the wind on that old porch swing where our dreams had been. The canyon whispers, low and sweet, a wildflower loves entangled feet. But now the sun dips low and I'm riding alone past empty cabins, our dreams all but gone. The whispers haunt me as the stars find their place in the solitude of the sky. I still search for your face. Years rode in like a storm on those gravel clenched roads, washing away the footsteps where our loved ones strode. The tavern's laughter turned to echoes as time wore on, and the drinks taste bitter where your laughter's gone. An old saddle sits idle, a relic of the past, like the heartbeats shared that weren't meant to last. The canyon whispers, low and sweet, a wildflower loves entangled feet. But now the sun dips low and I'm riding alone past empty cabins, our dreams all but gone. The whispers haunt me as the stars find their place in the solitude of the sky. I still search for your face. Tonight the rain speaks softly on the tin roof above, murmuring tales of what it's like to lose a love. Through the window the world's a watercolor blur, every droplet a memory, every storm a stir. The canyon whispers one last time, a lonesome lull of a cowboy's heart, and a love that filled it full. Now the trails fade under the sky's weeping veil, and the whispering winds, I'll forever tell your tale. As the world turns quiet and the shadows play in the canyon's heart, our love will stay.
In the shadow of the old oak tree, where the river bends and whispers low, I found you wild, you and me, dandelion seeds ready to blow. Your scarf, a shade of sunset bright, tied to the saddle, flapping in flight. We traced gravel roads till they disappeared, each mile together the skies we neared. But dandelions held tight in the palm turned to wishes in the winds of time. You're a memory in the dust of my ride, echoes of laughter and your hand in mine. With every sunset that paints the west, I find you still beating in this old cowboy chest. Now the porch creaks empty, the door swings free, echoing steps of an old melody. The cabin in the clearing with its quiet cold glow holds the ghosts of your laughter in the shadows down faded trails where our dreams once ran. I walk alone, a solitary man, where wildflowers whisper in the fields you adored. I search for you, my forever implored. Oh, dandelions held tight in the palm turn to wishes in the winds of time. You're a whisper in the dust of my ride, echoes of laughter and your hand in mine. And every sunset that bleeds through the west leaves your shadow dancing in my lonely chest. And I've learned that love, like wildflowers, grows in places left untamed. But holding on too tight, my dear, just leaves you with the seeds, the rain. Dandelions once held tight in the palm fade to wishes on horizons our own. You're the echo in the canyons of my mind, a love lost in the sweep of time. Yet every sunset that dies in the west keeps you living deep within my lonesome chest.
In the heart where dandelion fields once swayed, I recall her laughter woven deep as the creeks serenade. Beneath the note, our initials are still carved, but like whispered dreams in wind, they're slowly starved. Dusty boots beside her porch, we dance to cricket songs, every sunset painted gold, where my heart belongs. Oh, but when that dandelion field sank low, underneath the weight of winter snow, all our yesterdays they spin and twirl, gone with the wind, leaving just the echo of a girl and a love that thin. Now the cabins stand abandoned to the ghosts, gravel roads once tread by us now host only my remorse, the scarf she left. It's threadbare but scented still, like the rain that knew our whispers and the chill. The saddle's worn, the trails are overgrown. In this lonesome life, the winds have colder blown. But when that dandelion field sank low, underneath the weight of winter snow, all our yesterdays they spin and twirl, gone with the wind, leaving just the echo of a girl and a love that thin. And I wander through the whispers of the past, each memory a shadow that the twilight casts, an empty sky, a heart unbound. In the silence, her absence is the only sound. So when that dandelion field sank low, beneath the stars that no longer glow, I walk alone where dreams once danced in her sweet embrace, and all that's left is the quiet space where love left a trace. Oh, and all that's left is the quiet space where love left a trace.
Down by the edge where the wild oak grows, there's a dusty trail where the river bends. Spent golden sunsets with her long ago, where the canyon burns at summer's end. We carved our names in the bark so deep, beneath the sky's wide dome where the hawks do roam. In that sacred place where memories seep, once a whispered home, now her name's just a ghost. And though the canyon burns like the fire in my chest, each flame a tale of what I've loved and lost. The wind carries the ashes of promises over the cliffs where our dreams got tossed. Oh, the canyon burns, and with each orange blaze my heart recalls a name in aching tones, left riding these trails in a lonesome haze, searching for a love that feels like home. The years flew like leaves in the autumn wind. The old porch swings now a creaking bone. Her scarf still hangs where her laugh had been, in the empty cabin we built alone. Now the gravel roads wear a coat of dust, echoing boots that walked away from the fading trails where we placed our trust, to the silence that holds sway. And oh, the canyon burns while my soul just yearns for a past where love wasn't weather worn. Each ember a spark of what I can't return, under stars to which we once had sworn. Yes, the canyon burns and I'm a shadow it does, chasing echoes of a love that's shorn through the whispers of the wind in a world so brusque, where heartstrings are tattered and torn. There's a wisdom in the silver streams flowing under moonlit quartz and stone, teaching me to live in between the dreams we seed and the things we've grown. Oh, the canyon burns through nights cold and stern, with the firelight dancing wild and free. Yet in every spark her memory returns, in this rugged heart where she'll always be. Yes, the canyon burns, a never-ending yearn for a ghost of a love that rides next to me. As the sunset fades to the night I turn, with her whisper in the wind 'neath the old oak tree.